Careful, doors are now closing. Nearing next stop.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we are having some issues with 30Ks. So, yep, welcome back to a live stream. It's 5 past, well, it's 17:35 here in Europe. We use Zulu time. And, yeah, I figured I was gonna just walk around and not speak too much, but, well, let's have a look, see if we can get into any other server. I think it's gonna be a little bit of a buff. We'll find out if it's gonna work. Might as well take a little sip of my drink while I wait. Oh, look at that. It actually looks like we are having replicate streamables? I don't know. I wonder, because there was a patch, was it today or last, well, prior to the last one, the last Expo Day, so they're definitely doing something, that's for sure. And we are getting in again. Yeah, looks like we're loading in. And we are back. Question is just where we're going to be at. Looks like we're going to be conveniently back down at New Babbage, so that's good at least. Alright, let's just head back down there. Turn off the chat, no need to see that. And the fact that it actually runs fairly nice and smooth. Yeah, might as well wave to fellow citizens. And it's still loading in. Looks like we have a ton of people who might have been at the same expo as I was. As we did have a 30K. I don't know. Most people are going the other way. If we can make it, can we make it, can we make it? And we can. Nice.
Careful, doors are now closing.
Yeah, might as well take off our helmet. Show them who we are. We are quite a lot of people.
Nearing next stop.
Yeah, I think we are all 30K refugees.
The capsule.
And this horrible FPS happens every single time around the expo lobby. They still haven't figured that one out. Come on. What is so hard to actually make a game playable? I mean, in terms of everywhere else, you're fine, right? Well, at least we're not looking at 1, 2. Oh, come on. Now it's the best place. seriously. Well, I'm gonna let that guy press the elevator button for us. Because we can't really... Like, that's just 1 frame a second, give or take. We are going back to where we left off. So he's going to be watching the anvil, but we are continuing where we left off. I mean, fairly okay for what it was, right? I mean, alright, definitely want to take it nice and slow up the stairs. Not run like everybody else. Okay, so we were going in the wrong direction. We actually continued or completed the downstairs, and just a quick recap. So the Argo, MPUV personnel and MPUV cargo are 2 variants as of now, but eventually it's going to be just 1 ship. Which is going to be modular, so whatever fits your needs for whatever purpose or whatever your needs might be at the moment, you know, it's going to be swappable in terms of either personal transportation or cargo or what have you. I suspect there are going to be more modules coming out. Then on top of that, just a recap on the bigger ships here, we had the Argomole, the 4-crew mining ship, allowing 1 center mining, 1 guy in the middle there, low turret, and then 2 extruded mining turrets on left and right side. Not going to be protected by the element, so bear that in mind. You definitely want to have proper armor and protected suits to be able to sit on the left and right side. Then we have the new Argo SRV, not enterable. It is broken. I think it was broken, at least on the other side. Let's see if we... No, we don't want to rent it. Yeah, it's not enterable. You can't enter it. So it doesn't work. I'm gonna have to show that off. Well, there you go, it just did work. But it's just far more glitched than the actual one. If you own this one, it's not gonna be this bad. Because you can already tell from here that it's actually floating in midair as well. It's not even completely grounded. Then also you have you will have the actual cargo bay down here. No? This is not a very smart way of making things. This one is sort of like your cargo grid for the ship. I can't remember how many SU units you can have, but if you're going up in this one, you're not going to be going anywhere, because this is about where you're going to be ending up, inside of the cargo hold. Yeah. There's no point. I mean, you could obviously try to hide something in there, but yeah. So this one is going to be a longer video. I was initially thinking that I was going to do this one without necessarily talking too much, but since we did have a 30k, might as well recap things and do a little bit of oh, that's scary. You know, going through a floor. So this would be the bridge, or the small cockpit. Very Argo-ish, industrial. I definitely favor Argo ships for sure. Most of the components should be accessible here. I think all the buttons should work. So this would be where you have engineering, basically. All components should be visible here. Yeah. And to get to the living quarter, you go in here. Very nice and cozy. Definitely very nice. And so this is going to be where you have the look. Wow. the panoramic window facing toward the huge, humongous tractor beam in the back there. 2 seats for 1 bed, so 2 passengers basically, but just 1 bed. You're gonna have a translucent window to the bathroom. Obviously you're gonna be solo, so no one's gonna be watching you anyways. Or, well, I don't think. But it's definitely far from being private, that's for sure. Then you have the storage compartment for your armor, weapon racks, and I think we should have. Do we have a storage underneath the bed? We do. So there we go. Obviously no overhead compartment. So I mean pretty much everything you need. And then to exit the ship, you just hit the one here. See if we can exit the ship actually. Should be able to. I mean now with the floor. And of course, can we glitch out the ship? There we go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That's how you glitch outside of the Argo SRV if you can't go through the floor. Now, for the actual one that you own, not the one on display here, it actually does open. So this one is far more glitched than the actual one. Then we're gonna have the Argo raft. I'm definitely gonna get back to it for sure, like I try to say to myself. But yeah, it's gonna have 3 holders for 32 SEU cargo containers in the back here, and that's gonna be operated from the top canopy up there by either a tractor beam or a crane. I think it's more of a crane thing, but that's something we're gonna have to have a look into at some point. But yeah, let's just head out to Consolidate's Outlands, the one hall that we didn't check out, hall number 2 and 3. Passing through the display of cargo, the future of cargo, where we are going to get the 32 SEU cargo containers by patch 3.22, hopefully. That's going to be the last patch for this year. But we'll see. If that's the case, that means that we're also going to be having our persistent hangars, hopefully. Because the idea with the 32 units, cargo units, is that we are going to be able to organize and store our personal items in there. And for that to work, sort of, you would have to have cargo containers, cargo elevators, persistence hangars, and what have you. So, yep. So this is the Delta variant of the Mustang. Military variant. Definitely having a very cool-ish skin to it. Whenever we are going to get different types of material for the ship, that's where it's going to shine. And then we have the Alpha. That's the one that comes with starter packs. Most people do have one, and definitely needs a little bit of a redesign in terms of utilizing the space in there a little bit better. But at least now you can actually use the cargo space in it, which for a while you couldn't, but now you see you can actually open the cargo area here. Have a look at all the grids. So that's how that works. And then in the middle we have the Nomad, Nice ship, definitely has about the same shape as another famous ship from another very popular game, which now also comes with a tractor beam, which is handy, especially if you're gonna just pick up stuff and just put them in the back there. Hover technology, not very too much fond of it. I rather prefer a proper landing gear. The Mustang Beta, that's the not the exploration variant. I think that's the exploration variant. Yeah, it is, because you can see the back, the door in the back behind the pilot seat. So it does come with an interior, lacking the storage that you could see on the Alpha. It doesn't have any storage here. I don't think it does. No. So that's the trade-off. And then we have the Gamma, the racer variant. Yep, so that's about it for Consolidated Outland. And that concludes the Thenis Hall. So let's just head down to today's addition to the IAE, which is going to be Anvil. We are obviously going to see a Karak in the middle, the one that we did land with, that we're now going to have to reclaim because of a 30k issue. Should be fine. Should be easily retrievable here. We'll find out if that works the way it used to do, or if we're going to have to head back to Orison to be able to retrieve it. I have no idea. Doesn't really matter. I didn't have anything on board it, so it's just that the difference is that you're going to have to wait for the whatever countdown there is. I'm going to skip the stairs, so that way I should be able to just run without having to worry about breaking my legs. That's very typical for running in stairs if you're desyncing or something. And we have an NPC. Yeah, that's an NPC. I don't think that's a player. And we are heading to Anvil, which is going to be the Apex Hall. And welcome to Anvil Apex Hall. Yeah, we could. Why am I walking the long way around? Because I like. Well, I mean, it's a really nice room, though. Definitely is. I'm gonna walk on the side of the stairs. Like I said, avoiding breaking our legs. Alright, so we're gonna see the Anvil Karak. Might as well. That's a pretty nice. You know what? I mean, since we're here and things are working, might as well do a little bit of screenshotting time. You hold the F4 and you can use the arrow keys. Pitch up and down by holding on F4, and then hold Z or Z. You can freely move your camera. I'm gonna probably move back a little bit, like so. There we go, that's a really nice one. Let's just wait for the text to show up. That's actually pretty nice for a screenshot, isn't it? Come on. Keep me all the way. A universe of possibilities. What a nice slogan. And it truly is. And that's the thing, I mean, it is a sandbox game, so whatever you make out of it is pretty much what it becomes, right? So it's a community-driven game in all sorts of ways, for sure. Alright, so let's have a look. Oh yeah, it's 2 hallways, And then of course can be found underneath. And we are being pushed by AI. Gotta love that. That's kind of stupid though. Alright, so the Karak is the one that I ride with. We're gonna have a look at that later when we get out of here. The Anvil Terrapin, a data runner ship, I think, or it's some sort of I think it's a data runner or some sort of a tracker thingish. I think it's a data runner. It's very tanky. Doesn't really have any purpose as of now, but definitely whenever we are going to get new materials and whenever that's going to actually matter in terms of resistance to the environment, to being shot at and what have you, that one is actually going to be a pretty handy ship, especially coming over to heading over to Pyro, where you're going to have massive solar storms on top of things, amongst a lot of things actually. And here we have the Ballista. No, the Centurion. Oh yeah, the Centurion with the cannons instead of the instead of the missile. It's the same platform as the Ballista. Can't remember now whatever platform name it was, but here's the Ballista. And then over here we're gonna have the Legionnaire, a boarding ship meant to hack and open gates or doorways on other ships to be able to board them. And that's pretty much a boarding raft, I'd say. And then we have the Liberator. This one is the one that I was hoping to see, but yeah, for pirates it's gonna be great. You're gonna be able to transport a medium fighter and a bunch of other stuff. Only takes 2-man crew, pilot and a I don't know, loadmaster or whatever. But it's gonna be nice. You're not gonna have to sacrifice cargo either for loading up vehicles. And then we have the flying ship dock, the Crucible. It's going to be heavy repair oriented. So it actually has a dock in front of the bridge. That actually, the round bridge that you see in the back there actually rotates. At least that's the idea of it. Whether it's going to be doing that, we're just going to have to wait and see. Alright, let's just head up and see what else we have. Oh yeah, look at that. My thirst is going down. Closing in on 50%. There's a lot of running involved. Visiting the IAE. A lot of distances to cover. The Anvil Hawk. And this would be a bounty hunting ship, basically. You're supposed to load in your captive V in the back here. At least that's the idea. I don't think I can open it, can I? No, it won't let me. Or I'm completely off here, maybe. I don't know. But this is where you place your captive, your prisoner. The Karak, we're not going to cover that one too much here. If we are going to take off in it one, if we can. The Anvil Pisces comes with the Karak at the moment, if you pledge for it. If you buy it in game, you're not going to get the Pisces. The medical Pisces very convenient and handy. Obviously, you're gonna have a little bit more utilitarian use for it. Let's see if I can open it. There we go. A little bit of come on. So what's neat with this one is that you actually have a tier 3 medical bed here. So anything tier 3, like a broken arm or anything like those, you can fix that. And then what convenient as well is that whenever you spawn it in, it comes with a little bit of water and snacks and what have you, and med pens and such, so that you're never gonna go hungry. Alright, so that one closed on me. Interesting. Alright, so that's that, and then the regular Pisces. What else do we have here? Oh yeah. The heavy fighter. The Anvil Hurricane. Pilot and a turret gunner. It's fairly powerful, especially when you are 2 people. You're going solo, you're gonna have issues for sure. In that case, I definitely recommend something else. And that goes for pretty much all the 2-seater fighters. Alright, so let's get on to I think we're going to see the C8 here, which was an exclusive ship, but no longer, because CIG decided to release it anyways. So here's the Anvil Spartan, the ground vehicle transportation for, see how many seats there are in there. So 6 seats, no 8 seats in the back. Oh yeah, it's a fast way of getting around. Not very maneuverable, but it is, yeah, it's not too bad. And then we have the Valkyrie, a dropship with a decent amount of firepower. Definitely want to have a crew on board, crew in the gunner seats for sure. Definitely one of my favorite, and it does actually now hold a little bit of cargo grids here as well, so it actually makes it a little bit more useful than it used to be back in the days. Plenty of space for troops on board on both sides, and then on past this area you're going to have the entrance to the bottom middle, to the bottom turret basically. Yeah, it's a very nice ship. It flies very nice as well. It sounds proper as well. Definitely one of my favorites. Then we have the C8 Lightning, or the Lightning. Well, I don't know. I just call it the Lightning. But I think it's the C8, right? Oh, the F8. Yeah. Oh, what am I saying? I don't think you can rent it, right? No. This one was exclusively for those who found a gold ticket and platinum tickets in the previous patch. It's going to be heavily nerfed. Most likely it's been designed in a time of period where things were different, performance-wise and what have you. Part why it's not really suited for what's around today. I think we missed something, because did we? That was Apex Hall 3, I think. Might as well have a look. Don't want to miss out on things here. Yeah, like I said, we should really have a segue or something here. Oh yeah, I think we could have just continued down. I think we just yeah, we pretty much walk in circle here. Let me just have a look. The Spartan. Oh yeah, we haven't taken a look at the Hornet. That would be on the other side here, right? Has to be. So make a right-hand turn here. Can't miss out on the Hornets. And here we have all the Hornets. Dating from like nostalgic variants. And here we have the Hornet Ghost, which is going to be somewhat more stealth oriented. And then we have the regular one. Yeah, I think this is the regular one. Okay, it does not. Oh, the Mark II Hornet. Oh yeah, is this the one that has... Oh yeah, this is the more nostalgic one. The one that comes from the one that you're going to be flying in Squadron 42, I think. And then we should have... This would be the Super Hornet, I think, yeah. The two-seater variant. And then you should have the regular one for civilian use. And then up here we have the tracker. Has a big dish there and right above the cockpit instead of a turret. Whereas this one has a turret there, as you can see, the Wildfire. Really nice though. I mean, it's I don't see too many of these out there. Also a little bit more oriented towards a nostalgic feel to it, but I think it's more like the modern one. Alright, so that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes Anvil. So, sorry for the inconvenience in the beginning there. We had a 30k and, well, as we came back, I decided, okay, I'm gonna go all voice in as well. But, yeah, today we are just, well, it's just me alone. Today, my buddy Northman, the co-host, is having a cold at the moment. Hopefully he's going to be back for the next one. All good and well. All rested out. I think that concludes everything. I hope it does. Yeah, it should be. Alright, so let's see if we can get out of here and back to Port Tressler and wrap things up. We're gonna have to suffer a little bit through the expo lobby, which tends to drop down in frames pretty bad, but we can do it. So yeah, before we leave, so this is the look of it, the schedule and the event program. So we're gonna cover. So far, we try to cover like every second day, just simply because everything shifts out. That's why there are 2 dates for each and every manufacturer. So that way, every second day we can cover and still cover everything. And then the last event is going to be November 26th. Definitely going to be a separate one, I think. We'll see. But we're going to have Best in Show and Weapons and Armor. And then the finale is going to be a little bit of everything. And we're going to be able to rent all the ships that ever was being displayed on, I don't know where we went, on the expo. Okay, so now it's Lag Time Fest. I pressed the wrong button. We're gonna head up to the lobby. Try to get out of here before things go real bad. I mean, it's not crazy bad. It's bad, but it's not like 1 frame a second. We're gonna head to... Oh, come on. Now we're down to 0 to 5 frames a second. Not very good experience for new players. Not everyone's gonna have a nice and fluid experience. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one suffering. Like I said, the CPU is only working 50%, give or take, and same goes for the GPU, and it's not even using like 100% either on the GPU VRAM. Use about 90%, and the DDR4 RAMs, 128 gigabytes of them. It only uses about 50. So.
The capsule will be leaving the station moment. Careful, doors are now closing.
Let's see if I can get my helmet back on. Actually, see if I can drink, because we have quite a bit of travel to do.
Nearing next stop.
If it's gonna let me. Yep, look at that. It actually did.
Careful, doors are now closing.
Oh, look at that. We have an NPC in here. Yeah, that gotta be an NPC. That's pretty cool, actually. Usually you don't get to see NPCs on board of the transit. And he disappeared on us. Come on. It loads in so bad now. Yeah, we are full on food and health, or food and drink. That's good. It's going to be a nice departure from New Babbage up to Port Tressler, the orbital station above it. Or above New Babbage, that is.
Nearing next stop.
Yeah, it's lag, I know. It's not the bitrate, it's actually the down... it is actually that bad of a performance down here in New Babbage. Anywhere else is fine. Finally, we're gonna have a huge lag spike about before we enter the actual ASAP hallway. Another way. And it's horrible, I know. But that's down to CIG. As soon as we leave, it's going to be perfectly fine. You'll see.
Remember, your belongings belong to you. Keep a careful watch on all personal items.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle
So,
retrieval system.
frame rate is really bad down here.
Vehicle select. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please
See if we can get out of here without crashing due to the harbor. That's another bug right there in the corner. Oh, come on, lag spikes. Ah, come on, come on, come on. Let me get out of here. This is horrible. Like I said, CPU and GPU is not working. I'm only close to 50% maybe. But, what? The hang again? Number 7. We should be fine as soon as we leave New Babbage. It's going to increase quite nicely. Frame rate is going to be good. We are going to be good. Yeah, as you can see, it's resyncing to the server. So it's something to do with synchronization to the server. Now it's actually, frame rate is actually increasing. I'm going to just drop our bottle here. No one's going to bother. That's not going to kill anyone. And look at that, we are almost back at normal frames again. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, it's just so poorly optimized. I'm just happy that I can cover the IAE at all. Yeah, so now it should start climbing in terms of FPS by a good margin. Because we're not around the expo anymore. So that's how bad it is. It's optimized. Let's see if we can fly out of here without any incidents. Come on. It's lagging. There we go. Now it decided to listen to my commands. And your Babbage is... come on, let me zoom in. It's such a mess. And Clio seems to be really a mess to not just me, but everyone. So there's definitely something going on here. Microtech is not the best shape to showcase Star Citizen in my opinion. It's just too laggy to a lot of people.
Clear to launch.
So this would be my Carrack and Tonic. That's what I named her. A pledge that I've had since day one of the announcement for the Carrack. So I only paid about half of what you have to pay for it today.
Takeoff complete.
Gotta be careful. There are stories of invisible walls around New Babbage. And inexperienced players flying everywhere.
Thank you, and please visit again.
While we still charge up our shields. Alright, let's just get out of here. Try to... Come on. These lag spikes are so typical of the IAE. And we've had a 30k earlier, so it's definitely on the strain for now. See if we can get a nice screenshot. Or, well. Oh, look at that. My doors are still open. Can I close it? Yeah, there we go. That gotta be interesting. Having the doors still open. Yeah, I mean, frame rate is really nice and smooth. As you can see, it's just that down there is horrible. Everything is also on very high, so there's no compromises here graphic-wise anyway, so. Yep, so there you have it. That's and we should be able to jump. Let's see, do I have? Yeah, so like I said, it's it works nice and smooth. It's just down there, it's horrible. Up here we're usually around 60 FPS at least. So that's not too shabby for a almost 10-year-old PC. But like I said, I do have a 4060. It's sort of lagged a little bit on the VRAM for sure, but it's not running in anything higher than 1080p anyway, so I usually never top out on the VRAM anyways. So that's not it. Definitely would benefit from having a 16 lane PCI slot for sure. But if the game is optimized, usually I get 100 frames a second or so or more easily, even with everything maxed out. It's just that Darcy just is far from being optimized anyway. So anyways, I'm gonna be landing here, and thanks for bearing with me. It is laggy, like I said. I did warn before I entered the expo that we are gonna suffer some severe lags, and that's, like I said, the poor optimized area. And there are other areas, obviously, with this patch being poorly optimized as well, like areas around Clio, the Moon Clio. A lot of people complained earlier about that. They probably have about the same poor performance as I do. Like I said, it's not the CPU, GPU, or anything like that. It's just the bad optimization. Let's see if we can land this thing with my new HOTAS without going into third person. Should be doable. Always that, you know, with new controllers, it takes a while, but before you get comfortable with it and used to it. See if I'm going to hit anything now. Most likely going to hit something on my left side, right? I don't know. So far we're good. So far we are good. Let's try about here. Should be fine. Nice.
Have a pleasant stay.
Engines off. Making sure that we have everything set and ready to go for the next ride. And I am going to be covering the IAE, hopefully, well, not tomorrow, the day after, so in 2 days. That would be on Saturday. And hopefully I'm going to have my co-host with me. And we are going to be covering, well, whatever is going to be covered. Yeah, like I said, I mean, up here it's just so nice and smooth. I'm going to show you guys. That's what it looks like up here. And it depends on where you are, obviously. But like I said, I have everything on. Even volumetric clouds is on very high, so bear that in mind. I know, I mean, there's a ton of FPS to gain from turning that off, but I'm not really too keen about. I mean, obviously high frame rate is always nice, but it's not that type of game for me where I am dependent on the frame rate. And as long as I don't know about it, and as long as it feels smooth enough to play it, I'm fine. You know, I'm not in it for the frame rate. In that case, if I am in it for the frame rate, I play Cyberpunk or something that supports all the latest features like frame generation and DLSS and what have you. So, but yeah, even in Cyberpunk at 1080p and everything maxed out, I easily tap out around 80 or 90 frames a second easily. So it's sometimes even more. But there you have it. There you have it. So let's have a look at what we can see from here. Well, the clouds are there, thanks to the fact that I do have volumetric clouds on. So anyways, guys, thanks for being patient, bearing with the low frame rates that I have to suffer now and then, and it's due to poorly optimized optimized gaming, basically. There we go. That's a nice one. Alright, screenshot of time. Nice. Alright, so I will be seeing you guys in the next one. Don't forget to hit subscribe, like, and the notification bell and the whole shenanigans so that you don't miss out on any new events or upcoming events in the future. And I will be signing off. Peace out, guys.